This place is haunted.
Scott couldn't do this.
Yeah, right.
Hot topic.
This week on Tall Tale Social Club.
The entire premise of this show is that I am trying to convince my father-in-law, Christian, over here, to believe in the other side, to believe in spirits and demons and even God willing. Realtors and haunted real estate.
Oh, that's definitely...
That is the video that keeps on giving. Agent casually tells me the previous owner had hanged himself in the very doorway we're standing in. I'm a pansy as it is. It doesn't take much.
Sometimes when I go home at night after work and it's all dark, I walk in, I'm like, Scott couldn't do this.
Past this threshold in the dark? Yeah, right. Not today. Not ever. May or may not be my fault, but our son did technically use a slur. It wasn't the N-word, guys, don't worry. Not off to a great start, I'm finding. Haunted by someone's consciousness sounds like the worst kind of haunting.
She got a house out of it, though.
Probably a good deal, too, because it was never sold. Lady took it off the market, was like, this place is haunted, I'm trying to get rid of it. And then she sold it to the ghost that lives there. Classic.
How did she get there? What did this old lady see? Is she having false memories?
Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from? There's no way. Who in their right mind? How conceited do you have to be to literally have the shape of your head on every square inch of your house?
It's called branding.
Yeah, we use our AI slop for good, though. But if you wanted a skin-tight $15 t-shirt, hey, that's where you went.
Hot topic.
Hot topic. Some shady things did take place in those buildings. It was all black. It was hard to see. It's fine. We were all emo and they're bumping into each other like it was a nightclub. Like, oh, sorry. If it wasn't for the glow of your pasty skin, I don't think I would have seen you there.
I'm going to solve this for you right now. There's some kind of vent in there. There's a air pushing on the door.
You think the air vent, just because black don't crack doesn't mean you're not old as crap, okay, Christian?
There's whispers moving through the tree line, something pacing in the dark. Could be wind or something watching just beyond the fire spark. Something screaming in the distance, probably just a raccoon. But if it starts speaking Latin, we'll be leaving pretty soon. We laugh it off but keep on listening to the branches crack above. Every monster needs believers in the Tall Tale Social Club. So roast a mallow, share a sighting, and don't you dare forget to sub. You're a member now forever of the Tall Tale Social Club. Tall Tale Social Club. Tall Tale Social Club.
Folks, welcome in. We're not going to sit here and gossip. It's unbecoming. What we are going to do is actually dive into these stories for your entertainment, as that is what we are wont to do. So gather around, put your listening ears on, and let's get into it, huh? I think I'm going to bring the Sleep with the Lights On book. I just need to charge the...
You want to hold the book the whole time?
The book. I do, actually. I feel like it's necessary. Because I feel like this, me just holding this phone, hey, where's the theatrics, you know? If we're really going to do this, we really have to lean into the theatrical side of things.
I need a scroll.
Yeah, we literally have lore and a backstory for Tall Tale Social Club that is being worked into the website and everything. We have rogue AI agent that is our mascot that is running on X talking about lamp sales and weird paranormal stuff. All right, it's getting wild out here, but we're here for it.
Aren't you glad that AI came about so we didn't have to be honest about that we captured a demon and we're making it do all our postings now?
No to both. Did you ask two questions?
I don't know.
Mysterious. No to both. Let's get into this either way. This first story is called No Denying It's Haunted, and it's by I am the hub one.
Not
Okay.
the best name.
Not the best name. Maybe workshop that. Just a few more minutes. It's fine. I shot a haunted house, and I knew the second the agent told me how the last owner died. I'm in the middle of shooting this empty house when the agent casually tells me the previous owner had hanged himself in the very doorway we're standing in. Then she adds that 2 tenants had been living here, one upstairs, one downstairs, and both of them eventually moved out, claiming the place was haunted. Before I can even process that, she tells me she has another appointment and needs to leave. Classic. That's when it hits me. I'm about to be alone in this house. No chance. I start dragging my feet, asking dumb questions just to keep her there a little longer, while rushing through my shots as fast as I can. I clear the entire basement in about 3 minutes. Eventually, I finish the interiors, and she leaves. Now it's just me. I step outside to start shooting the exterior, trying to shake the feeling when the neighbor walks over. He starts telling me his own stories, how both tenants fled, how the house sits empty, how lights turn on and off inside with nobody there, how curtains open and then close again on their own. Now I'm standing there, camera in hand, staring back at the same windows he's talking about. The thing is, I shoot a lot of old homes, 100 years plus, easy. I know people lived and died in them all the time. That part doesn't usually bother me, but something about this one, it stuck. Now, if I'm ever alone in a house and the vibe feels off, I don't just brush it off anymore. I call my wife and stay on the phone while I work, just in case I'm not the only one there. I do the same. It's fine.
Putting your wife at risk. What if it came through the phone? Better her than I?
Sure. I think it's a risk this person is willing to take. I'd probably do the same thing, just to settle your nerves a little bit. I'm a pansy as it is. It doesn't take much to really spook you, boy. So, the ice rattles in the freezer just when it's late at night and I'm watching. It doesn't matter if it's scary or not, watching anything. I'm like, oh, it's not the demons afoot. Simply the ice maker doing ice maker things.
Yeah. Sometimes when I go home at night after work and it's all dark, I walk in, I'm like, Scott couldn't do this.
Scott could never. He could never. Pass this threshold in the dark? Yeah, right. Not today. Not ever. It's fine. Whatever. You ever lived in a house that someone themselves in?
Not that I know of.
Have you ever been in a house for someone where there was some kind of grisly?
Not that I know of. No murders that I know of.
Okay, we're not trying to say words that get us, so early in our YouTube channel career. But, yeah, we're cleaning it up a little bit here, Thanks, censored words. You the real MVP, because there's going to be many of them, I'm sure.
Yeah, remember what he said about cleaning up when he starts using his foul language again.
I've never, though my son did say his first slur word today.
What was it?
Daisy. I'm not going to repeat it, but I knew the second I said whatever was said, I was like, I hope that's not what he latched onto. And it was 3 horrible words right back to back to back. And 30 seconds of silence after I said them, I'm sitting there working, and he starts laughing. I'm like, oh, God. And I'm like, what? He's like, no, when you were over. And as soon as he said when you were, I'm like, oh, here we go. Oh, God. And I had to break that to China. She come home. I'm like, okay, it may or may not be my fault, but our son did technically use a slur. Oopsie daisy. And she was like, was it the N-word? No, it wasn't the N-word, guys. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. I don't throw that around casually. First of all, and also, why would I say that around my son?
Why would you say it?
Well, I mean, we all listen to rap from time to time in the sanctity and safety of our own car. And I know every single one of you says it. Don't add me. This is the first episode. I'm trying to cut the commercial.
What a ridiculous thing to say. What a ridiculous thing to have come out of your mouth. Did you ever stop to think for just 1 second about the words you spoke aloud? BRB, baby, BRB. There ain't nothing to see right here, so BRB.
You don't think it's going to throw off the cadence of the song if you use a different word? I've tried. If it hits the beat with a different word, I'll use a different word. But if it doesn't,
no,
I'm dropping it every time.
There's no need.
Every time.
I don't even think that should be in rap songs. Let's get back to our stories.
Not off to a great start.
Don't let me preach. Papa don't preach.
It do be like that. That is incredibly accurate. Yes. I actually, hilariously enough, I had an offer back when my buddy Jake was doing real estate and stuff like that. He asked me if I was interested in like shooting for photography for like open houses or, empty listings. And I turned it down
Ghost?
for this one purpose. Well, actually not mainly ghosts. It was more or less squatters. And I don't want that. I would prefer the ghost than running into some crazed homeless man.
In Alaska. They're different up here.
It's an entirely different ball game up here, I promise, and it is not fun. Now I kind of wish I would have taken that. I've just been applying to Indeed jobs that offer $10,000 a month for remote design work.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like fantasizing like it's gonna happen. They're like, what's your desired monthly salary? I'm like, shoot, man, I'll take $8K. How's that? I'm not gonna rob you guys blind with the 10 you're offering. How about I drop that 20% and give you the deal of a lifetime, pal?
Sounds like hard work.
Yeah, one of them's a law firm, so I know they'd be a little stuck up.
So it's not even. It's like corrupt work.
No, these are actually I actually looked into it a little bit, and I was like, the cases that they have taken on, I'm like, it's a little more, but I wouldn't care either way. I wouldn't care if you're corrupt. Hey, you show me the Benjamins,
That's how corruption starts.
That is how it starts, guys. Didn't you know? Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into this next story, which might be my favorite of the batch. I saved it for lucky number 2. It's called "The Old Lady and the Young Bride." It goes a little something like this.
The maiden and the crone.
Okay. Is this some kind of Chinese proverb or something like that? Or
No, Game of Thrones.
Even worse. It's fine. My buddy told me this one about when he was a fairly new real estate agent trying to help a newlywed couple find their first home. For weeks, nothing worked. No matter what he showed them, the new bride just wasn't having it. Frustrated, he took them out one last time before they decided to put the whole house hunt on hold. That final showing didn't land either, but on the drive back, cruising down some random street, everything changed. Out of nowhere, the bride screamed, "Stop!" He slammed the brakes, thinking someone had run into the road, but she just sat there staring at a house on her left, repeating, "That's it. That's the one. That is our house." There was no for sale sign. It wasn't listed anywhere. Still, he promised he'd look into it. Turns out the house had been on the market, just not anymore. It had sat unsold for far too long, owned by a single elderly woman who'd recently taken it off, convinced no one would ever buy it. He managed to arrange a viewing anyway. The second they stepped inside, the bride moved through the house like she already lived there. She didn't hesitate. She knew every room, every cupboard, every storage space, like she'd memorized the layout long before setting foot inside. It was eerie, but somehow, all 3 of them agreed. This was the place. The deal went through, papers signed, sealed, delivered. Done. On possession day. Interesting terminology, yes. The old woman asked to be there to hand over the keys. Said the home was her pride and joy. No problem. But the moment the couple walked up to her, everything shifted. The old woman's face went deathly white. She didn't say a word. She handed over the keys as fast as she could and practically fled. The couple didn't notice. They were too excited. But my buddy did. He caught up to the old woman and asked what had just happened. He said she looked barely alive, pale, shaking, struggling to breathe. And when she finally spoke, she whispered, "That woman has been haunting this house for the last year." She paused, eyes wide, voice breaking. There's no mistaking it. It's her.
Different kind of haunting here.
That is an interesting haunting, yes.
It's like a consciousness haunting.
Haunted by someone's consciousness sounds like the worst kind of haunting.
She got a house out of it, though.
Probably a good deal, too, because it was never sold. Lady took it off the market, was like, "This place is haunted. I'm trying to get rid of it." And then she sold it to the ghost that lives there. Classic move. I don't know, man. I've never heard a ghost story like that. That was actually pretty insane when I read that one. I'm like,
I mean, it can go into the haunting part, but that's different than a normal ghost story. Unless there's a doppelganger.
Yeah, because there's literally actually not a ghost in this story. If you think about it, the woman's alive and well.
And she knows the house. So obviously, mentally, she's been there somehow.
Yeah. Is it like a dream walking thing? You think maybe like every time she dreams of this house, perhaps, because it said she was walking through there like she knew it. You know, do you think maybe when she's dreaming, she's astral projecting her own consciousness there, and the old lady happens to see it? You know, she got one foot in the grave. You know, the veil is mighty thin right there, and she's like, "Oh, peekaboo, what's that? A spirit?" No, it's a lady that is clearly wanting this house.
It's like the on our other show, our recently deceased show,
R.I.P.
That one ghost or whatever that saw the person looking at it, and they both startled each other, and then it disappeared.
We have had a few of those, yeah, where it's just like, "Oh my god."
And maybe
the
it's
ghost is
something.
like, "Oh,
yeah, they're
yeah.
not. Maybe in this case, they're not ghosts. You're just seeing into different dimension, a different outcome.
Well, time is relative, right? Like time is really only in this dimension, right?
I'm not going to do it this time, but you know what I'm thinking.
You're thinking the flat circle thing. If you're new to the show, it's a bit that's lived on for about 5 years, and that's fine. But it is just a dimensional thing, right?
I would think so.
Within our dimension, time exists. So outside, if we step outside of time, then everything's happening.
What if we're the ones that like have brought time into existence? What if it's it's not anything
away.
like we expect.
Yeah.
So we just have certain rules that make our lives easier to understand, not necessarily that it's right. And maybe so that's why it's so hard to grasp things like this. Ghosts are easy to understand. You know, it's just a dead person.
Classic.
That's lingering.
Mm-hmm.
But this kind of story, you're like, what is it? How did she get there? What did this old lady see? Is she having false memories?
Where did she come from? Where did she go? Where did she come from?
Where is my beautiful wife? Different song.
I hope that's not a song. That sounds very depressing.
It's Talking Heads.
Where is my beautiful wife?
Yeah. There's a lot more to it. I'm drawing a blank, even though I have to hear it all the time. One of my coworkers really likes Talking Heads. This is not my beautiful house. Or you remember that line?
No.
This is not my beautiful wife. I got it wrong.
That sounds like the worst song of all time. I mean,
how did I get here?
I need more context. I need more context to really fully grasp it. Maybe it's a great song, but just lyrically right there, I'm like, it's a no for me, boss.
It's a really weird song. Talking Heads is really weird. Burning, I think that's Burning Down the House.
Sure, why not?
Because it's haunted.
I was going more Cotton Eye Joe, and I think everyone knew that.
Yeah, but Cotton Eye Joe...
And I think you knew that. You were just trying to take away from it.
I hate that song.
I know you do, but that's irrelevant for where the bit was headed.
It's horrible.
Okay. Turns out Christian and I don't just disagree on the existence of spirits and demons, but also music. Isn't that something? We'll see you after the break.
BRB, little homies, BRB. Taking a sec to restart our cameras, or maybe Christian had to pee. Tall Tale Social Club is definitely not because we were getting a little too close to saying something that would alienate half our audience or upset our technocratic overlords.
The more I watch it, the more the dude's conceited as hell, right? There's no who in their right mind, how conceited do you have to be to literally have the shape of your head on every square inch of your house?
It's called branding.
Yeah, I understand branding, guy. All right. What I don't understand is that's like if you came into my home and then you open the fridge and there's like weird pancakes that are shaped like my head, right? Yeah, maybe it's my head pops out of the ground and it helps me do stuff around the house. And then I have a gate and a fence around my yard. And guess what? What's in there? Oh, it's the shape of my head. Oh, and the house I live in, the shape of my head.
I think you're reading too much into it.
No, it's too much. It's too much. And I think it's giving children an inflated ego, if anything.
No.
I think it might be.
No.
More on that at 11. But for now.
That's TikTok.
Welcome back. That is true. Yeah. TikTok is the brain rot of, hey, to our TikTok listeners, we're trying to get on there too, even though I cannot stand it. And you're like, well, yes, because you are ancient. And yes, you are correct. And yes, that does somewhat trigger me, but it's fine. We should probably just get into more ghost stories because that's what we're all here for, right? Everyone?
Yeah.
Oh, just me? Okay. Okie doke. For anyone that is new to this program, and that is literally anyone listening right now, the entire premise of this show is that I am trying to convince my father-in-law, Christian, over here, to believe in the other side, to believe in spirits and demons and even God, God willing. And it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey, and yet here we are still.
I understand some of that.
So maybe...
But I feel like...
Okay.
I feel like there's one thing there. We'll move. We'll get back to it. We got plenty of shows coming.
Technically speaking, we do have plenty of shows coming. So, okie doke. What do you guys think about the old bat and the young bride? That was pretty wild, right? Comment your thoughts below. Let's get the whole collective of this show is collective. We all want Christian to believe in stuff, but if you're skeptical and you don't believe in the spiritual realm or paranormal entities and stuff, but you just like a good scary story, you're welcome here too. All right? Everyone is a member. Okay, so we want all of your input on these things, these stories that we share. We want you to chime in the comments and be like, you know what I think it was? Because we're a couple of dinguses. All right? I have no business hosting a podcast. Absolutely no business doing that.
I'm like Mickey.
He's
this
like
podcast
Mickey.
should be shaped like me.
Yeah, and Christian wants this podcast shaped like him, whatever that translates to. In reality, that's what he's after. Okay. So we have no business doing this. We're relying on you, the listener, around this campfire that never dies out. Okay, you give us your input. That's what you're here for. And the spookies. That's fine, though. In the meantime, it just blew me away. That story, that was a really fascinating story, and I really enjoyed that. And I want to get everyone's opinions on it because I'm that guy. I need the hot goss. Hit me with the hot goss, okay? Okay. All on the same page, everyone? Okie dokie. This next story is called Silence and Static. And this is from an appraiser. That's just someone that goes and
I used to
tells
do
you how much your house is worth, right?
Yeah, I used to do that. It's a little bit more than that. Like back when I did it, it was the 90s. I'd have to go measure the whole house, the outside of it.
That is annoying.
Draw it out.
This is the house.
Yeah. On what is it, the graph paper? Do an inspection and all that crap and feed it into
someone just goes to ChatGPT and posts a picture of the house and says, hey, robot, make me this. And they're like, and they do it. And then it comes out wrong, but we do it anyway because we all love the AI slop. It's okay. We use our AI slop for good, though.
Yeah.
We make nothing but comical stuff with AI, and that's the good stuff. Or maybe some visuals for the show. But Mothy is all done by your boy. All the animations for that, because you can tell they're very simple. Yes. Actually, Mothy is a living, breathing entity, and we should probably address that at some point. But for now, you guys can just believe that he's a cartoon. Okay.
It's better if they believe that he's a cartoon because he's our possession. We found him.
Yeah. Nobody's ready for that.
Or he found us, one or the other.
You're not ready for that lore. Okay.
Do you even know what to feed Mothy? No, you don't.
Yeah, of course not. It's old Aeropostale items from the mall. They're a little dusty. It's his favorite.
Is that store?
Yeah.
Never been in there.
Yeah, nobody goes to the mall anymore. But if you wanted a skin-tight $15 t-shirt, hey, that's where you went.
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic. Wrong theme song.
Totally wrong.
It's fine. But it works all the same.
Hot Topic never scorched the interior of my mouth.
That you're aware of. Some shady things did take place in those buildings. It was all black. It was hard to see. It's fine. We were all emo in there bumping into each other like it was a nightclub. Like, oh, sorry. If it wasn't for the glow of your pasty skin, I don't think I would have seen you there. Anyway, on to Silence and Static. I've done a lot of foreclosure walkthroughs, and most of them feel the same. Quiet, stale, like the house is just waiting for someone else to take over.
Someone that can pay the bills.
Okay. This one didn't feel any different when I first stepped inside. No power account on file, no signs anyone had been there in months. I remember thinking how heavy the air felt, like everything had been sealed off for too long. I was in the living room writing down some notes when I heard a sharp click behind me. It was Adam Sandler with a remote. No, I'm just kidding. We're not going to go there. It's fine. Horrible joke. Ruin the story. Let's continue. It startled me more than it should have. I turned around and saw this old box TV sitting in the corner, already on, just blasting static into the room. It wasn't flickering or struggling, it was fully on, like someone had just hit the power button. My first thought was that maybe the electricity hadn't actually been shut off yet, so I walked over and checked it. The cord was plugged into the wall, but that didn't really mean anything. I crouched down and pulled it straight out of the outlet just to be sure. The screen went black instantly, and the room dropped back into silence. I stood there for a second, kind of laughing it off, telling myself it was probably just some delayed power issue, but I didn't like the feeling of it, so I turned to leave the room and move on with the inspection. Before I made it out of the doorway, I heard it again. That same click. That same Adam. Just kidding. And then the static came back. I turned around slowly, already knowing what I was going to see. The TV was on again. Same loud hiss, same blank screen, but the cord was still sitting on the floor, nowhere near the outlet. I didn't try to explain it after that. I didn't go back over to check anything. I just grabbed my stuff and walked out of the house. Great move. I left the job unfinished, and I've never gone back to that property. I've had weird things happen in houses before. Sounds, drafts, things you can brush off if you want to, but that was the only time I've ever been in a place where something worked when it shouldn't have been able to at all. That's a classic ghost tale right there. The TV. The static.
There's something scary in that static. That's why they got rid of it.
Yeah. I never really understood how people can like fall asleep to white noise static.
Oh, I used to do that.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll do ocean sounds. I'll do rain. I'll do anything but just straight static. No, that's it. I feel like you're inviting something to whisper to you through it. Like sweet
I
dreams,
agree.
Scott.
Also, that's how poltergeist goes.
And nobody wants that, do they?
We've all been conditioned by poltergeists at this point. You know, speaking of about like the white noise, I was reading today that
that's racist and it's now black noise.
No, I don't read racist stuff. It's about bird sounds that like our brain triggers anxiety if we don't hear bird sounds. So, and it's like, because bird sounds similar to when you're in the forest and all the birds go quiet, there's something dangerous nearby.
Yes.
And the theory is that that's what it is. If you don't hear bird sounds, you get a little bit more tense because there might be a predator around.
They just be making up whatever, huh?
No, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, but I don't hear bird sounds all day long. You know, like.
And have you guys met Scott? I'm telling Scott right now he needs bird sounds.
There might be some truth to it, thinking back. But
I'm giving you an idea to test.
I'm thinking, well, when all the birds go south for the winter, what happens? Everyone's just like,
That's when everybody starts telling spooky stories because it is winter and dark.
Well, there you have it. Thanks, birds. Yeah, they really just be throwing money at whatever studies they want now. Huh?
But that one kind of makes sense. If you,
I mean, in the forest, yes. In day-to-day life, no.
If it works in the forest, that means that's part of your like protection system. That your brain's always listening for things. So when it hears that silence or the lack of birds, there might be some anxiety coming on. And for certain people with high anxiety, that's going to affect them a little bit more than someone like me with low anxiety. But it may not be healthy either way. So let's test it out. Listen to some bird sounds throughout the day. But also, to me, the stuff on your phone or speaker is not real bird sounds. So
yeah.
Is it going to really help?
No, it's not. I'm so glad you asked. No, it's absolutely not going to help, Christian. You're right.
Would also explain the extra stress people feel in suburban areas or cities.
I'm not sure I buy that.
You don't have to buy it.
I do buy demons and ghosts, though. So
yeah, but that's like
different strokes for different
real.
folks. But here we are. Oh, the birds aren't making sounds. Watch as I lose my mind.
Folks,
that is real, of course.
Which one makes more sense? I know some of you guys will respond.
Yeah. And it's fine. And everyone is kind and cordial in the Tall Tale Social Club, okay? We are not here to roast each other alive unless we do it from a place of love, okay?
Or we all do it together like a
proper
proper mob.
Yeah, where we properly bully people into submitting to our opinions. Is that so hard?
And pretend like we have the right ones.
Yeah, don't need to pretend so much, though, when you do, you know?
Okay, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, gosh. No, that's goofy. Gosh. No, that's goofy again.
I don't even know why people like Goofy.
Because he's goofy.
I don't like Goofy. I never have.
He's lighthearted.
Even when I was a kid, I didn't like Goofy.
I was reading my son a Mickey Mouse book for bed, and everyone didn't want to share their food for the picnic because they're like, well, this is my favorite food. I don't want to share it. Goofy was the only one who was like, no, we should share.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah, Goofy's the wholesome one, all right? He's dumb and wholesome, as you should be. You don't have to be the smartest man in the room. And as a matter of fact, the smartest people in the room are usually a-holes. That's actually proven science, is people that act way too cocky and smart are like insufferable to be around.
Yeah, they become politicians.
And don't be leaving any comments, okay? Don't be leaving any comments because Christian and I are both the smartest man in the room.
I agree.
Sometimes. Depends on what the topic is. But it's fine. Ty Beanie Babies. You come to your boy for that knowledge, okay? No one else.
Ty what?
Beanie Babies. Then what else? Ty the Tasmanian Tiger from the original Xbox?
I'm more of a Cabbage Patch.
What?
Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Okay, well, that's just ridiculous.
That's because that's what my mom collected, and I got them in the will. Well, me and my sister. So we're the proud owners of Cabbage Patch Babies.
Emphasis on pride.
The ones we haven't sold for $500.
Oh, yeah. That was the dream. I had a dream once as a child that I came into a great collection of Ty Beanie Babies worth thousands. Okay. I woke up devastated.
Oh, I've had dreams like that.
I was like 7 years old, devastated. I was like, I am not going to be a Ty Beanie Baby millionaire. Are you crazy right now, world? And it do be like that. But it's fine. Let's get into this next story before we ramble some more. Can't have that.
I mean, do you even want to be a billionaire anymore? Because that's not much money. You have to be a billionaire.
Do you understand? Is a millionaire more than $12? Because that's where I'm at right now. Is a $12 air?
I feel you right now.
Yeah, it's not a great time to be us, you know? So I'll take $1 million over the piss poor wage that I make.
It was the other day at work. I was like standing around talking. I was like, I just was like noticing I don't really have any money right now. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's the economy.
Classic.
Hey Christian, nobody gives a big rat's furry brown buns. Big brown buns. Nobody cares. Ooh girl, nobody cares.
You are a simple man, yeah.
I'm like, you want to be a strong individual that fights the power? Don't give in. Don't give in to sin.
Hey, youth group, welcome back. This next story is called The Closet Pushed Back. Oh, yeah. And this is another home inspector. Not necessarily a realtor, I understand that. But this is like open houses, realty. Yeah, you guys understand the premise, okay? That's fine.
This person works for the real estate company.
Yeah.
That's who was paying us.
The more you know. I was doing a pretty routine inspection on a vacant home. Nothing out of the ordinary, just working my way room to room. The place got quiet. Kind of quiet you get when a house has been empty for a while. You notice every little sound, but nothing about it felt off at first. I came to a hallway closet and opened it to take a look. It was empty. No shelving issues, no damage, nothing worth noting. I closed the door and moved on. A few seconds later, I heard it creak behind me. I turned around and the door was open again. At first, I figured it just hadn't latched properly. Maybe the frame was a little off. That happens all the time. So I walked back, shut it again, and made sure it clicked into place before stepping away. Same thing. I got a few steps down the hall and it slowly opened behind me. Now it had my attention. I went back a third time and pressed it firmly shut. This time I kept my hand on it for a second just to make sure it wasn't going to swing open again. The latch felt solid. Everything about it seemed normal. And then I felt it. Pressure on the other side. It wasn't a bounce or a shift in the hinges. It was like something was pushing against the door from inside. Slow, steady pressure, just enough to move it outward against my hand. I let go immediately and stepped back. The door opened on its own, nice and easy, like nothing had just happened. I didn't look inside again. I didn't need to. I finished the inspection, but I skipped that closet entirely in the report. I just marked the door as an issue and left it at that. But I've never had a door do that before, or since. And I've definitely never felt something push back at me from the other side. Adele? Hit it. Copyright reasons, we can't play it, but you're all singing in your head.
I am not.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm going to solve this for you right now. There's some kind of vent in there.
Oh.
So it's pushing. There's a air pushing on the door.
You think the air vent is pushing with such ferocity that the man can feel the pressure? You think it's straight, and it's not just like an AC vent where it's like...
You ever felt like the air pushing the door? It does, depending on the door, it does feel surprisingly strong at times. And if you're a little panicked, it might feel worse.
Well, when I understand like air pressure and stuff in the houses, when that shifts and like doors will open up, I have it with the shop door and the kitchen all the time. But that I feel like is an entirely different thing than having like a vent that is just blowing some cold air into the room, you know?
It's not just blowing cold air because it's
pushing.
It's air pressure. It's totally different. I understand you don't like science, but that's...
I don't think we're really talking about a science issue here. And it's not that I don't like science. I like honest science. That's
how do you know?
is.
You're not a scientist. What's honest and what's not?
Well, how do you know? Because you're not a scientist either. So here we are. Both of us ding-dongs don't have any idea. We just have to trust the science, right?
Yeah.
Classic. We saw how that worked out about 6 years ago. But we're not here for that. The glory days. Remember those? Me either. It's hard to remember the glory days when they never showed up.
The glory days are a state of mind, man.
Okay, and then the hippie logic rolls around. Let's continue.
Yeah, I would. You see, you throw it as hippie logic. I don't consider myself a hippie. I'm just.
You don't have to consider if you were born in that kind of.
I was not born I was born from the hippie generation. I couldn't have been a hippie. Hippies ended it.
Absolutely could have been a hippie.
Hippies ended in '69 with Charles Manson. We talked about it on the other show.
Yeah, but you were born way before that.
I was not. Everybody can tell.
Way before that. Just because black don't crack doesn't mean you're not old as crap, okay, Christian? That's just, let's be honest, okay?
You were the one calling yourself old earlier in the show.
I am, yeah, because I'm pasty white dude, okay? It doesn't take much for your boy to crack. Especially because I don't moisturize.
Yeah, that is the secret.
I
didn't moisturize either until recently.
Let's take it to the ads. Moisturizer.
Yeah, send us your moisturizer. We'll put it on. I'll lather up right on camera if you want to sponsor us.
Well, there's no one listening anymore, Christian.
I will not do
They've all gone away. It's fine.
Not her over there.
Oh.
And him.
What's up? Oh, hey, what's up? How's your mom? Good?
My mom was dead.
Okay. A little personal for the Tall Tale Social Club, but all right. As we do here for the club, we close things out in every episode with a listener story.
Oh.
Yes. And today's listener story comes from Garrett on Facebook. Shout out to you, Garrett. Thanks for posting that. That was a pretty interesting read. And now I'm going to share it with our listeners as well. And I do believe that Garrett is actually a local, which makes it even cooler.
Yeah. That's not how Madonna said it.
For the very first time?
I hated that song.
Yeah,
and I liked it.
Everyone did.
No. Everybody did not.
Well, everyone that was me did.
You weren't even around when that song came out.
I don't have to be around to hate something, Christian.
I did like Madonna back in the day, but I never did like that song.
She looks like a disgusting, wrinkly ball bag now.
That's how we all end up. If we make it that far.
Yeah, you like that, huh?
We're not astrophysicists, so we'll probably make it that far.
There's time yet, Christian. There's time yet.
Not for me. That's too much math.
Christian, I was just trying to shout out our boy.
Sorry, Garrett.
Garrett, yeah.
This is what we do sometimes.
Okay. What we do, yes. Shout out to you. Thank you for the story. And if you would like to hear your story shared on Tall Tale Social Club, send it into Mothy at talltalesocialclub.com. MOTHY. It's on the screen. You can read. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you like that? Pretty neat. And I just figured it's a great way for us to close things, kind of wind down a little bit, get a word in from the old listeners of the show.
From the club.
From the club. Shout out to the club. Not to be confused with the Butterscotch Gang, who still alive and well, as you can see with Christian over there.
Yeah.
Representing.
You got the club and then you got to pass some tests to get to the butterscotch game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a series of rituals. You're not ready for it, okay?
And you got to send in your
Underwear.
your money.
What?
To make those different levels. If we're going to do it like like other groups have done, you got to...
You like Scientology? No,
well, I was even
we
going
have
back
a series
farther.
of books and weird handle thingies that you got to grip. You like that? You like gripping weird handle thingies? Yeah, you're in for a treat. Anyway, sorry, Garrett. That got off to a weird start, huh? Anyway, let's get into it. This is from Garrett on Facebook. He said, I grew up in Somerset, California. I found many native artifacts on our property, such as arrowheads and grinding pedestals. I remember that when I was little, I was walking by our old shed. It was October and the grass was very long. You could hear it rustling with even the slightest breeze. I was playing out there when all of a sudden everything went deaf. I couldn't hear a sound. I looked down the hill and saw the oak leaves blowing in a narrow channel toward me. Whatever it was grabbed me and held me against the shed. Then it let me go and I ran to my mom crying. She didn't acknowledge it because she was experiencing paranormal activity herself and didn't want to give it power. Later, we learned that the area had been a place where natives were massacred by a group called the Gray's Regiment, which also explained the name of a local place called Gray's Corner, including the gas station in our area. I also remember my mom reading us an Artemis Fowl book at night when the whole room suddenly turned red, like a film development room. I could see a bright red orb outside the curtains, moving around each corner and illuminating the room as it slowly circled the house. Keep in mind, we had no neighbors on any side of our house. It was a 5-acre property. My mom also experienced shadowy figures that would run out and slam doors, and everyone in my house had some kind of paranormal experience. Oof. That's pretty wild. Thanks for that. Great story. Probably not fun to experience that firsthand, but as someone that has also experienced things firsthand, you're in good company, you know?
I like the story at the beginning when he was talking about the little pestle things. Because when I was a kid and I'd go hunting with my dad, we went hunting in a place in California.
Yeah.
That had those, and it was super cool to just like, for me, being a nerd,
Of
just
course.
to think back like hundreds of years of Native Americans coming to that spot to grind whatever they were grinding. Even at the time, it was just desert, so I don't know what the hell was out.
And yeah, it's fun.
I like the deaf part, the like where you lose sound.
Mhm.
And I think we've all felt something similar, not necessarily from a spooky point of view, but like if you're
It
sick.
is a spooky feeling regardless.
Yeah,
though.
like if you're
Yeah.
sick and your ears get plugged up, you like if you're awake when it happens, it sounds just like that.
It's almost like a bass drop. It's like,
Yeah, and it's just freaky.
Yeah.
You know, so abnormal that it grabs your attention. So if it's like a supernatural ghost type thing,
then it's definitely going to get your attention, especially if it holds you up against a shed.
yeah, which, you know, I mean, it's always fascinating to hear the stories of children having these kind of experiences.
Sure.
Because somehow...
Because he probably made it up, right, Christian?
No, I just feel like
Classic.
the veil is thinner for children. So maybe they do experience things that because I experienced things more as a kid. Maybe it's just your kid's brain forming. I don't know, but sometimes it felt like something else. Or I saw something else.
Maybe the veil is just taller. We never think about that. Maybe the veil is actually up here and kids are down here. And so they can see right through it. Yeah, hey, solved it. One episode of a podcast. Solved it. You're welcome.
Kids can pierce the veil.
Besitos, great song by Pierce the Veil. Takes me back to when I was 16 and being cheated on by the love of my life.
You listen to Pierce the Veil?
Yeah, who didn't, dude? That was a rockin' band. Are you kidding me? They opened up for Fear Before the March of Flames in like 2007.
They play a lot at the store.
Pierce the Veil. I don't listen to any new stuff, but that first album, that second album, first and second album, chef's kiss.
Yeah, one of my coworkers really likes them, so we hear a lot of them.
That show, if anyone was at Chain Reaction, that show, the singer from Fear Before the March of Flames had to be taken off the stage because the bass player did a flip and the peg got lodged into his cheek. His tuning peg on his bass. It's like, what? Yeah, what a wild time to be alive. But it was an interesting show, and Pierce the Veil opened up for that, so it was a great experience. And
What's your favorite band you've gone to see? Some of you guys got something out there.
There you go. Yeah, please don't make it stupid and weird. Just kidding. We don't
Whatever,
judge here.
man.
Unless it's
Everybody's
Christian.
music is everybody's music. Some of it's dumb in our opinion. Some of our music's dumb in your opinion. Whatever. You like what you like.
There are some listeners of the show that have actually reached out to me complimenting my musical tastes.
So I've heard a couple
I know,
compliments
you
even
get
coming.
you get the old fogies, and they're like, I also remember when we were doing the
That is-
what's that thing when the washboard
Yeah, that's not what they say.
or whatever. Yeah.
The washboard was old in my day, too. Wasn't even used anymore because we had washing machines, young buck.
Christian dirt wasn't old in your day. It's fine.
Nobody believes you.
Don't need to believe it if you believe it in your heart. Anyway, folks, that's really all I got for you. It's a nice little palette teaser of what's to come on Tall Tale Social Club. And we hope you've enjoyed your stay. We'll see you next time.
There's whispers moving through the tree line, something pacing in the dark. Could be wind or something watching just beyond the fire spark. Something screaming in the distance, probably just a raccoon. But if it starts speaking Latin, we'll be leaving pretty soon. We laugh it off, but keep on listening into the branches crack above. Every monster needs believers in the Tall Tale Social Club. So roast a mallow, share a sighting, and don't you dare forget to sub. You're a member now forever of the Tall Tale Social Club. Tall Tale Social Club. Tall Tale Social Club. You're a member now forever of the Tall Tale Social Club.
I like it. Fresh beginnings. We're here. We're here for it. And you're here for it. And if you're new to the show, thank you. Number one, for stopping by. We do appreciate you tuning in. We are here covering one of our probably most popular subjects of all time throughout our podcast history, and that is
Ghost dogs?
ghost dogs. Of course, yes. I think we probably touched on that once, maybe once.
I feel like there was at least one ghost dog story.
Okay.
That was probably
Several.
true.
They're all the same story. A ghost dog jumps up on the bed, and you're like, Spot, is that you? There he is. No. We're here talking realtors.
You almost need a Mothman style reference. If we can find one. I don't feel like watching the movie again though. Because we have a moth. There's got to be something close to that.
Yeah, his name should have been Ingrid. Or Indrid?
Indrid.
Indrid. That's not even a name, right?
No, we don't
That's fine.
tempt the demons here. I don't believe in them,
What's up, demons? It's your boy.
but we don't try to bring them into existence, so we can't name it Indrid.
That is true. That's fine. That's for another day.
Plus, he's much cuter. Indrid was
Mothy?
scary. Yeah.
Yeah, Mothy's adorable. Look at me with those big ol' eyes. It's fine. It feels kind of weird, right? The fresh start, new beginnings.
You're making it weird. I feel
I am making
the
it. Well,
same.
I am known to do nothing less than make things weird, which is why we're here. Yeah. If you are new to the show, we really need, with this rebrand, what we really need from you guys is your help pushing it out. Because for the most part,
Life is busy. People don't always get to pay attention.
people don't pay attention nearly as much as they should when it comes to life and death situations such as
This
Spooky Ghost podcasts. So if you want to help us stay afloat, get the new brand running, go ahead and share it wherever. Follow us at Tall Tale Social Club across the board, except for X, apparently, where you can only have 15 characters, and that's annoying.
right.
And my OCD doesn't like that, but it's fine. And that's what, Tall Tale Social?
Yes.
Might have to. Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. We'll keep it.
Remember when you yelled at me for that? And
Yeah,
then
I was like, are you drunk while you're doing this, man? Like, there's no way. I saw 3 profiles, and each one of them was wrong.
That's because it was messing with me.
Yeah, the
well, one of
15
them wasn't
character.
me.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, but
luckily we got in before they could steal our ideas.
Yeah.
Classic. I know who you are.
it's the government.
It's classic stuff, really. Tale as old as time. But now here we are, gathered around the campfire that never goes out to share some spooky ghost stories yet again. And you thought it was never going to happen.
We're here.
Here we are. Isn't that something?
You should thank the OGs that followed us over.
All 8 of you, we really do appreciate it. I've only been telling you about the Tall Tale Social Club YouTube channel for about 2 months. And still to this day, as of recording this, we have about 3 subscribers.
Yeah.
So.
One of them is me.
And one of them is me. So we have 1 subscriber. And it's not my mom. I checked. And that's fine.
It's definitely not my mom.
But it can be. That would make for an interesting podcast. But it can be you. And we need your support. So thank you for that. In the meantime, we're still kind of wrapping up the new website, the new merch, and all that stuff. But as you can see, it's top tier stuff. Okay, we're not going to bore you with any more of that, though. This is a new chapter in our lives, and together we're going to get into some haunting real estate stories right after the intro. We'll see you. Do I keep the same tag? We'll see you. I'll figure that out later.